Well, we've wiped the slate clean in an attempt to keep our job at Aston Villa. It really is that serious now. We really need to push on and try and get some victories in the next few matches. Hello and welcome back to some more Football Manager 2021. This is part 49. This is actually part 49, not like yesterday when I said it was 49. It is 49 today of the Sir Alex Ferguson challenge with Aston Villa. Today we are taking on Southampton and Crystal Palace, both at home, both in the league, and both with a massive importance on whether we're going to keep our job or not. As you can see on the left hand side, things are not going well. So let's have a little look at where it's all been going wrong then so far this season. You last seen me in the Leipzig match, I think. It was the Arsenal match. We won 1-0 and we were full of hope that maybe we could go on and do something special. Well, we then drew 0-0 to Leicester City away from home. I was thinking, well, we lost 3-1 there towards the end of last season. That's a little bit of progress. But then we lost 3 consecutive matches, which we were expected to lose, so I suppose it's not too bad, against Leipzig. We weren't expected to lose against Bournemouth, but we were against Chelsea, and you can see we didn't score many goals in there. But we wiped the slate clean. We went for a brand new tactic in the Real Sociedad match, and we got Ollie Watkins scoring again, Maddison playing well, Dele Alli scoring, and Jamie Vardy scored his first goal of the season as well in a 5-0 drubbing of Real Sociedad. Unfortunately, we are out of the Champions League though. That's just a massive shame, really. And we will be going into the Europa League, which again is a bit of a shame. But in the Premier League at the moment, after 13 games, we're on 12 points. That's relegation form as far as I'm concerned. It's very worrying, the start we've had to the season. We were beaten by Brighton, of course, earlier on in the season. We were beaten by Bournemouth not so long ago as well. So we really are in a relegation battle at the moment. Despite being a Champions League side that's won 2 matches so far in the Champions League. So it's one of them things. It really is one of them things. We can't go back and change what's happened. I have got a signing coming in January. And if you've been a long-time viewer of this series, you'll know I've been chasing him the whole time. Callum Wilson is coming in for £12 million. He is 32 years old now. It is very much a short-term fix to try and get some goals into our squad. But look at the last few seasons for him. He hasn't had a season that he hasn't scored 20 goals since he was at Bournemouth. So it's certainly whatever's happening at Newcastle is working for him. We are going to bring him in and try and inject some goals into the side from January onwards. So this is the new tactic, and I didn't lie. I have wiped the slate clean. We have got no instructions on whatsoever. It is all defined by player roles. That is all I'm doing at the moment, and it is a 4-1-2-2-1. Or 4-5-1 essentially, with that defensive midfielder in there, which I know a lot of you guys have been calling out for a long time. I finally listened. We are going to have Jordan Henderson playing in that defensive midfield role. He did all right in the last match against Real Sociedad. It was actually his best performance of the season, so I'm hoping that maybe his new position will help him out a little bit going forward. So this is the team that we've got. Unfortunately, Ollie Watkins has picked up an injury since scoring in the last game, so hopefully we won't miss him too much. But the big difference this season, you look at the average rate, and the only man that's performing is Emiliano Martinez. Last season, all of the first 11 were above 7, and that's what you need to really compete at this level. So Martinez will start and goal. We've then got Aarons, Bailly, Maguire and Brandon Williams in defence. A little bit more of a defensive defence, if that makes sense. Just having 2 traditional centre-backs and then supporting wing-backs rather than, full-on attack. We've then got Jordan Henderson just plonked in front of the defensive midfielder on defend duty. He shouldn't be doing anything else. We've then got Moeen Ali. Dele Alli is our box-to-box midfielder. Hopefully he will provide support going forward and backwards in the centre of the park. Maddison allowed a little bit more attacking freedom. Neymar as an inverted winger, and Carlson on the right-hand side, with Calvert-Lewin as a complete forward up top. A positive mentality. Other than that, everything else is just blank. We are going into this, which, it's exactly the same as what we did against Sociedad, and we won 5-0 away from home in Spain. So hopefully we continue with that momentum in today's match against Southampton, because we certainly need to, with Jesper Karlsson coming back in. He's just been injured. I'm hoping that we will see a massive upturn in form in the next few matches. But here we go. There's the Premier League table. Southampton up in 11th place. You can see us down in 17th. Now, we have got a nice few games coming up at home that we should be winning. And, if we win these 3-4 matches before the end of the year, that I think we really should be. Hopefully we'll be more like mid-table, which, I don't think would be a disaster of a season. But certainly if we want to go by the Sir Alex Ferguson challenge, we should be winning the title in the next 3 seasons, and it's not looking desperately likely at the moment. Having said that, though, we were 5 points off winning the title last year, so it could just be a blip. But hopefully we will continue to play well today. Here's Calvert-Lewin with a wonderful solo run, and James Maddison with the goal. 4th goal of the season for him. Dominic Calvert-Lewin did all of the work there, and in the first minute we are 1-0 up against Southampton. It was a wonderful run from Calvert-Lewin, and a nice little ball into James Maddison in the end, who, give it all he's got, and it's 1-0, so that's a great start. And as you can see, we're up to 13th. A couple of wins and we could be in the top half, and it's a lot less of a disaster then. The problem is, we're not going to catch Man United. We may well sneak into the top 4, but we are going to have to play no mistake snooker for the rest of the match, as I would say in a certain other series. So, our backs are right up against the wall, and hopefully we can keep it going over the next few matches. We're certainly playing a lot better, and it's nice just actually watching the players do what they want rather than being dictated to by a system that's not really working for them. But they're built for their roles, and hopefully they can all intertwine into being a cohesive unit. 60 minutes gone, and other than that highlight in the very first minute, not much is happening, to be brutally honest. So I think we need to make a change. Dele Alli not having the best of games, so who are we going to bring in? Smith Rowe can come in. I don't like him as an advanced playmaker, so we're actually going to stick him in as a box-to-box. I don't see the harm in that. And Jamie Vardy may well come on a little bit later on. I'm going to stick in Ethan Laird. We're going to stick him back to support, because I just don't want to be too attacking at the moment. It's still got all the personalised roles and stuff that I'd made for the previous tactic, unfortunately. That's the only disadvantage. Oh, wow, it's off the post. I mean, that was an absolute defensive nightmare there at the back. They looked like they didn't know what defending was, but hey, we're holding on at the moment. We're going to go back to balanced, and hopefully we can hang on here. We're certainly in hanging on mode. We're not giving anything going forward, but here's Smith Rowe. Carlson now. Carlson on the right-hand side. Back to Aarons now. Aarons to Jordan Henderson. Henderson back to Bailly. Eric Bailly gets it forward to Carlson. I feel like we're going to lose it here. Excellent switching of the play to Neymar. Neymar back to Maddison. Here's Henderson. Back to Henderson now. Ethan Laird. Maddison. Henderson. Henderson gets it forward to Carlson now. Carlson back to Aarons into the middle. Smith Rowe with the header, and that was a fabulous team goal. It really was. It was nervy, But what a brilliant header from Emile Smith-Rowe in the end there. Carlson whipped it back to Aarons, who got it in, and then Smith-Rowe absolutely bullet header into the top corner, and it's 2-0, and hopefully that is us home and dry in this match. I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't, but hopefully it is. We'll bring Eden Hazard on for the last 2 minutes of the match. And there it is, the full-time whistle, and that is a much-needed victory. We definitely played better in that match than I've seen for a long while, certainly in the Premier League. And hey, 2 clean sheets in a row, we'll settle for it. This clean slate is working for now. It won't work for long, but it's working for now. Let's see how we get on against Crystal Palace, who are 10th in the league at the moment. Can we possibly, somehow, end up in the top half at the end of this episode? Here we go then, not too many changes for this match. Eriksen has come in for Neymar because apparently Neymar needs a rest. I noticed that after every match, Neymar apparently needs a rest, and his natural fitness isn't too bad at 12, but yeah, he does struggle with fatigue, which is, I guess his stamina is pretty low. So yeah, don't really know what to do about that. But yeah, Ethan Laird has come in at right back simply because his counterpart Max Aarons is injured for the next couple of weeks or so, and Eriksen has come in, as I said, for the reason before about Neymar. So we'll get him going again, and hopefully we'll manage to keep it going. You know, this is a match that last season, you know, we would have looked to be smashing Crystal Palace. But, you know, at the moment, we're looking to survive quite honestly and get another victory on the scoreboard. We're going to encourage the lads straight away. And, well, Maguire with the ball. He has Dele Alli now to Carlson. Carlson pushing forward. He has Laird now. Ethan Laird crosses it in and Dele Alli scores. And it's 1-0 to the Villa. And, well, Dele Alli with his 3rd goal of the season manages to get one over Crystal Palace. And, yeah, by the way, Diogo Jota has become available, who you'll remember we had on loan last season. So I have put an offer in for him. So maybe he could come in January as well. Gives us a little bit more attacking depth and somebody we know performed well for us last season. Bringing him in permanently might be a good little move, and we'll see how it goes. But Crystal Palace certainly coming forward with some venom here. That was a very, very poor tackle from Laird, and lucky that Henderson came over and covered for him. But that was a big moment potentially. Eze into the middle, away from Bailly now. He has Wilfred Zaha forward to Pelistri, and Williams boots it clear. But under a little bit of pressure there, and we held firm, which was nice to see. So 20 minutes gone, we're still 1-0 up, and as you can see, we are currently in 10th place, which is just bizarre, really, considering we started today in 17th, but it shows the nature of what the Premier League is. A few wins and you can just move rapidly up the table. Now, we will need a few more wins if we want to get any further up than 10th, but at the very least that should save our job for a little while. So don't get complacent is going to be the message for this second half. Eriksen not having the best of games, so we might bring Neymar on. That's not a bad substitution, is it? Eriksen for Neymar. Here's Dele Alli pushing forward, and he's still going. Dele Alli with the shot, and unfortunately he's not as good with his left foot as he is his right foot. Otherwise that could have well been 2-0. So let's have a little look at the tactics then. Eriksen's going to come off, Neymar's going to come on. I'm going to switch him to an inside forward on attack. We're going to bring him back on to support, which is unusual for Neymar, but I just think in light of his recent injury woes, we're going to bring on Smith-Rowe, and we're going to have him as our Mazzala on attack for Jimmy Maddison. And we'll continue on for the next 35 minutes, and hopefully we'll see those little bits of fresh legs performing well for us. Here's Pellistri. Back to McGee. Gets it forward. Pellistri now with a chance, and it's 1-1. Facundo Pellistri with the goal, and that was a beautiful ball over the top by McGee. And, well, Palace back on level terms, and once again just not quite good enough, really. And I don't really know what Martinez was trying to do. Trying to pick up the ball didn't seem like the best idea. But, well, 25 minutes to go. What can we do? Carlson's not having a good game. I'm actually going to bring Jamie Vardy on, who has decided to retire, by the way. It is a sad moment, but he has decided to retire. So he will be going at the end of the season no matter what. I did ask him to reconsider, but he was having none of it, which I sort of understand. And Dele Alli's going to be sent off. Oh my God, Dele Alli, second red card of the season for him, and that is a bit of a disaster. And well, we're just going to have to hope for the best now in this last 20 minutes. Into survival mode again. We've got 10 minutes to go. Can we possibly still get a victory here, or are we going to go down to Crystal Palace now? Tracking back here. What a run that is. Oh, what a save. Oh, it was a penalty apparently. It was a penalty. That's not what you want to see. I mean, that was a terrific save as well. And yeah, it is a penalty. So, simply brought down by Henderson. I think it was Henderson that was tracking back, actually. As he steps up, and it's 2-1 Crystal Palace. The honeymoon period is over with our new tactic. You know, I don't think we've played that badly in this match. I just think Crystal Palace have took their chances. We haven't, and that's the difference. So, yeah, 4 minutes of added time. Not sure we're going to get anything here. And there you go, Crystal Palace run out winners. Not good enough. Dele Alli, second red card of the season. That was just reckless. It was reckless. And, you know, it just, you know, and there you go again, Neymar fitness concern. And it's every single time. Annoying. Very annoying. But, you know, we've got to take the positives. We won a match today. We'll take 3 points from that. We need to keep going, keep evolving. And we'll be back. We'll be back for the... Let's go Everton and Plymouth. Let's go for the New Year resolution and hope that that we pull off an away victory against Everton and before thrashing Plymouth. It might be nice to actually watch us do well for once. But there you go. If you've enjoyed that, hit the like button down below. Subscribe for Monday to Friday FM21 content. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching and goodbye.